I have a problem. I saw a movie about a month ago, but I can't get it out of my mind. I'm thinking about it before I sleep, and as soon as I wake up in the mornings. How is this negatively affecting your life? I could be doing more productive things, but it's not negative yet. You need to write down and process how this movie made you feel and why. Okay? And we could actually do that right here. What do you feel is the source of the stickiness? Is it super relatable movie? Super gory? Conflicts with your worldview? My major emotion is nostalgia. Okay. It didn't have any violence. Okay, sure. Not sure about the worldview. Say like you're a hardcore Scientologist and maybe you watched a movie that exposed all the lies in Scientology and that's stuck in your mind because you're like, wait a minute, that could be true. You know, something like that. So it's nothing to do with that then, right? Can you give a brief summary of the movie? It's a romance. I don't like other romance movies. Guy meets girl from the 90s. Tell me about the guy and the girl and how they meet. Strangers on a train. Pure conversation. A conversation I've always wished to have. Okay, there you go. That's the source. Not exactly, but one so deep and so long. That's a source of your anxiety. Okay, there you go. I mean, it's right there. You pointed it out right. This was easy, right? Can you talk to your wife that way? Interesting. So only for a few minutes. In what context? Like lying in bed, just out on a walk. Sure, when walking the dog or in front of the TV. For only a few minutes. Do you have kids? No. Have you ever wanted to travel? Not much, but I have traveled when I was younger. So, because what I want to do is, if you have the power, recreate such a situation, like try to build a situation with tremendous intimacy where the two of you are maybe in an exotic location, disconnected from social media, from phones. You hate all the queues and the waiting. Right, you hate the queues and the waiting, but you're supposed to go to a remote-ish destination. It's just you and her, and like, maybe there's great scenery, great scent. Experience new things together with her. You still love her, right? Yeah, absolutely. There's a concept called the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. The Manic Pixie Dream Girl is a stock character type in fiction, usually depicted as a young woman with an eccentric personality quirks who serves as the romantic interest for a male protagonist. Is this the type of girl that was in the movie? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. A crazy, passionate girl who just shows up in your life or is unique, is interesting, does something with you, and then leaves. I like the unique location idea, something new. If you didn't have to deal with queues, spoiler, this girl kind of sucks in reality. Yep. I would actually say what you're describing does sound a little midlife crisis-y. But you don't have to label it as such. We both love forests, and there are more to explore in the area. There are more to explore in the area. That means you have already explored some forests, right? And you were not able to get a deep conversation there? I don't think I tried there. How about this? Inside forests, are there like campgrounds, like isolated campgrounds or places where you can just throw down a blanket and have a picnic? And it's very scenic and very isolated? Sure. Here's my idea. Find a forest with, and when do they close? Right? When do the campgrounds close or whatever? Can you go there at night? 24/7? Perfect. Here's what you do. You find a forest that you think pick out the forest that you believe is the most magical. It doesn't matter if it actually is or it's not. The one that you believe is the most magical. Go there in the evening, like where you can still see daylight. But then by the time you get to the to like the place where you can throw down a blanket and have a picnic, it should be nighttime. I don't know if you can like camp there or something. But what you can do is you throw down a blanket, have like a candlelit dinner, have lots of alcohol. I mean, you have to have your phones just to, make sure you don't get lost. Talk to her about stuff that you've been too afraid to tell her in the past. We'd have our dog with us. I would leave the dog. The dog's going to ruin everything. It's a conversation. Dogs are lovely, but it's going to be a conversation breaker. It's like a constant distraction. Like, oh, where's the dog? Where's the dog? Like, it just has to be you and her. That's it. That's why I asked if you had kids. Like, leave the dog with somebody for the day. That's why, like, parents sometimes, like, in order to, like, deal with each other better, they go on a date night where somebody takes care of the kids and they just have a date to reignite passion. Sounds like a plan. Thank you. You're welcome, dude. You get the idea.